Okay, intermediate algebra. Next one, evaluate step functions. Again, this one looks more complicated than what it actually is. So they give you all these fancy numbers that you have to look at and everything, and it looks all difficult, but it's not. Here's what we've got. We need to know that if our x value was negative 0.00001, okay, which if you think about it, 0.000 would be right here, correct? But negative 0.0001 is just ever so slightly this direction here. So when we look at that, I'm just going to put it right there just for argument's sake. When it equals ever so slightly this amount, and we follow this red line up and down to where it touches a blue line, it would touch that blue line at -9. So we would fill in the dot for this one would equal -9. When g equals 0, so when g equals exactly 0, right on the y-axis there. Notice that this one down here is an open circle, meaning that this one is not included now. But this one is a filled-in circle, meaning 0 is included. So this point right here would be at, that's right, -1, right there. Now, g equals 0.00001, so ever so slightly this direction right here. Well, you're going to notice it's still at, right here, -1. So again, this one equals -1. What about when g equals 9? When it equals all the way over here, right on the number 9. Now, here's the hard part. It's a little difficult to see this. Let's see if I can zoom in a little bit. You can probably tell now that is an open circle right there. So, oops, still zooming in on me quite a bit. I guess I zoomed in quite a ways. You can now see it's an open circle, so if I put that right there and it hits there, it's not actually hitting this line because it's on an open circle. So let me go back to my view, bring this back to a more of a normal size here, 125, boom, on this one. And so this one is not touching this line, it's not touching this line, it's not so basically it's not touching any line, so we would call that one undefined, okay? Let's do one more example of this type, okay? So here's our next example. Here, I'll move this off to the side for a moment. First one, h equals 3.999, so just before the number 4. So here is the number 4 itself. Just before the number 4, I'll move it over right here. You can see it hits this number up here. Well, what is the y value right there? It is number 7, so we would call that 7. What if it was right on the number 4 itself? You can see this one's an open circle. You can see this one's an open circle, so it doesn't touch this line, and it doesn't touch this line. So because it doesn't touch either one, because both circles are open, this one is an undefined. Okay. Now, as soon as I move ever so slightly, 4.001, so I'll move ever so slightly this direction, you can now see it does touch this line right down here at -2. So this one would touch at -2. And then if we go over to h equals 9, all the way over here, you should be able to see that's an open circle right there. So when we put it on that open circle, it means it's not technically touching this line. So it's not touching here, it's not touching here, it's not touching here. So again, this would be another undefined. That is how you do that con. Good luck to you guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.